Now, we have we have got a bright, sunshiny, very windy day in Chaco today. 2 days ago, there was snow on the ground up in Oxford. But we got an old saying in Mississippi that if you don't like the weather today, just wait till tomorrow. It'll change. And we got wind going on here now. I hope it doesn't affect us too bad, but if it roars, just try to ignore it. Look, this has been a tough week. The Ukraine invasion has dominated the news, and the Ukraine people have shown incredible bravery and resilience against the little despot Putin, whose legacy for slaughtering women and children will be best described as his being a wart on the buttocks of history. Now, I need some time to organize my thoughts about him into a fashion that isn't comprised totally of expletives. So, as if we don't have enough in this world to worry about this week, including our esteemed vice president's exposing herself again in Europe as the dunce she is, let me be clear on one item before I get started on my subject du jour. I am delighted and truly grateful to God that I was born male and straight, and that I have never had the remotest desire to become anything different. Now, there are admittedly some drawbacks to that condition. Men tend to be hairier, especially on our faces, creating the necessity to shave every morning, unless we're retired like I am, or growing a beard like I have done. But even those situations require periodic maintenance. Most of us tend to talk louder, smell louder, and with testosterone boiling out of every pore, frequently do things that defy any semblance of good judgment. Hey, baby, what's this? I love it. Now, I say all of this just to make sure you understand my thankful view of my position before I launch off into today's oration. I saw another article narrating the controversy swirling around the University of Pennsylvania's transgender swimmer this week. Now, he or she is breaking women's swimming records right and left, and some folks are pretty upset about his or her competing against biological females who are physically not as strong as she or he. Now, that same situation has injected contentious emotions into track and field sports, where women's races are won and women's records are being set by biological males who choose to identify themselves as females. Now, look, while I admittedly don't understand why a man or a boy would want to assume the identity of a woman or a girl, I really don't care if they choose that lifestyle, unless that action somehow invades my space or challenges my opinion of what's fair. As far as I'm concerned, they can call themselves a woman or a man or a monarch butterfly. But a man competing against a woman in a contest of speed or strength is unfair. Trophies given, not earned, in those contests are hollow. And if a man can state that he's a woman and can compete against women and be allowed to win in those events, why couldn't a 21-year-old athlete decide that he's really a 12-year-old boy. Now, he'd then be eligible to play in the Little League and could win lots of hollow trophies for hitting home runs or pitching shutouts. What's the difference? But they might say, that's ridiculous. But it really would make more sense, because the physical ornaments and chemistry are the same. It's just a question of size and speed and strength, like in swimming competition. One thing I will note here, Caitlyn, formerly Bruce Jenner, is now a self-proclaimed woman. And while I don't understand the need for the transformation, I appreciate her attitude, agreeing with mine that biological men should compete with biological men, and biological women should compete with biological women. Just like monarch butterflies. I'm Jim Ritchie. I'll see you again next time.